and today's going to be rather relaxed and that kind of thing. I'm going to welcome. Naz, I think it was, and then who is this up here?
Tony's up there with us again.
A professional cat petter. That's not the best. That's like the second best job in the world. Video guy live. If he wants to come in, any of you guys want to come in? We're just talking today, but I did want to talk a little bit about what we talked about yesterday with the branding on Canva, because there was a lot of there was several people that jumped in to LearnBlab yesterday, and there were a lot of comments in it that they were asking. Freely come in, Roxanne, or anybody that wants to click that open seat. But and I'm gonna talk specifically about Nina. So if Nina, if you want to keep me from talking about you, you better jump in here. I'll give you like 10 seconds. And then we're going to talk about your images over there on that were for the clinic next week. New to Blab, be gentle. Okay. I like that. Okay, so what I want to do, Nina, is I want to.
Are we not casual today?
Yes, we're very casual.
I thought images something we work.
Yeah, well, we're going to work a little bit because that was something that we needed to get done, and we still are about getting done, but we don't have to if you don't want to.
Yes, because this week you know what we have in Bulgaria. You see me in Christmas garments because the whole week we had celebrations.
You did? What was the celebration about?
First, we have the day of Christ, which is a religious day, but all the people who have the name of Jordan, which is the river in Egypt, where Christ was baptized, they're celebrating. And on the next day, we have almost 90% of all the population have the name of Ivan, which is Yuan, maybe, or John in English. So we are again celebrating. So that's when you have a certain name. For me, it's Nina. It's the 14th of January. I have a celebration for my name. And everybody who has the name, they also celebrate all together.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that. We don't have the day of Ron or the day of Stan or anything like that. We just have like regular days. So you said it was the day of Jesus. Is that what you said?
No, you cannot name it. You rather name it the day of John. Or the name of John, the day of the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so how did that tradition start? What made that?
It's on the calendar. Every day, we believe that what we read in the Bible tells us a lot of experience of generations lived before us. I've not studied, I'm not prepared to give you the facts historically, but it's on our calendar which day, which names have the celebration, and it's connected with previous traditions, and because your name has a vibration. When you say it picks your attention. When I say stand, you listen. No, you don't.
No,
not always.
You rather not.
Don't get carried away, Nina. That doesn't work that way.
You had me going there for a minute till you said that. Then it was like, actually, I use that to tune out sometimes. But so are there 365? Are there only 365 names on it, or is there more than one name on it per day?
More, yeah. There are days that have more than one. For example, with the name of John, there are all kinds of variations, like Ivanka, Ivanka, the woman's name.
Jonathan.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You catch the strategy.
Yeah. And so for the celebration for that day, is there anything like if you go to McDonald's, they give you free coffee or anything like that?
No, you go to the person's house and they give you anything. Really?
You go to the person's house when it's your day. You go to somebody's house and they give you stuff. Is that right?
Oh my God! No, if it's Nina, they come to my house and they could not even call me because it's my celebration and you just come.
Wow. That's really I've not heard that. But
nowadays it's not really like that. They have to call, but in earlier days you could just go because everybody is doing it. Now it's not. It's changed a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I talked a lot. Maybe I step out. Someone want to come.
Look at that. Alex is Alex Daily TV, director of my life, social media strategist, entrepreneur, brand ambassador, and influencer. He's got 4,229 followers, so he must be doing something over here. Let me go look at something. You're welcome to come in, Alex. Today is Casual Friday. We just talk, so we would love to talk to you. Or and I think
Alex, if you have a website, you should put it in your bio. Would help people get to you a lot quicker.
Actually, I'm looking at his Twitter, and it looks like he's a Snapchat guy or something. He's got Alex New York is his Snapchat stuff. He's had a couple of blabs. What are you popping out for?
No, you can stay in. There's an open seat.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stay in here. We just
okay. I'm expecting some guys from Sofia also, so I'll be looking up.
Oh, that's right. That today is the day that anybody can visit you, right? So you're just figuring that somebody might pop in there and visit you. Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you folks pop in the other seat and visit with Nina today? So
there's Tony. Yeah, it's her day. Come in and say hello to her. I'm looking at this Alex.
Hello, Nina. Hey, Tony.
Hi, nice to meet you here.
How are you?
I love your
Celebration
your
Day. Congratulations.
Tell a little bird. Okay.
So, how are you?
Thank you, fine. And
I'm
how
doing
about
fantastic. You? Couldn't be better.
Yeah, good. A nice beginning of the year.
I want to give you some
props.
Yeah, props. I was getting ready to say that other word. I don't.
I'm hearing a clapping of hands.
What did they say? Let me see. I got that to work yesterday, and I don't know if it can. If you just hold down your left mouse button.
But then I tried it and I couldn't stop it, so I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that was the thing that was interesting to me, is I couldn't stop it either. So all that stuff is great, but it won't let me. It won't let me.
Then you have to refresh. I was doing it yesterday, and I felt very uneasy because you were reading the branding, and I couldn't stop. It went over 2,000. So I had to refresh.
Okay, so that's the answer.
Yeah, I think I'll just go with the manual thing. I think I'll just do that. That whole, because it's really distracting sometimes when you got somebody that's got, because you've gone into blabs. Today's Casual Day. Who is that? Sean, and he's been on here 153 days. I've been like 155, so we got on about the same time. But the whole thing of the streaming when somebody's talking is really sometimes very, very distracting, but there's times when it's great. Like I would like to distract everybody right now. I'm just going to do this to Tony because it's distracting. It doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, there's no skin off my teeth.
And I want to say hello to Slavka, Nia, because these are my friends. They're going to watch the replay. Nia is at the age of 17, and she wants to join us on Casual for 30 seconds. As she's not allowed to join on Hangouts because they have restrictions for the age of 18. So they will watch the replay, and I just want to greet them. I said it's a good environment for her to come and see what it feels like being alive. Nothing so to be afraid
That's the
of.
people you were talking about yesterday. The crowd that was going to come in from the girl that just came in and left is it's Tina Conroy. And I went and looked at her stuff real quick, and because it says Tina Conroy OGA, so I thought it was Georgia. GA would be Georgia, but it's not. It's actually she played off the end of her name Yoga, so it's actually Tina Conroy Yoga. Is what it was. What that was. That was really. And then Tony, who is this Tony? I like seeing his
another Tony. Yeah,
retired special educator.
Oh, you won't like the end there, Stan.
I like Apple products. I do.
That's
really
me.
do. I like Apple products. I really do. I really do like Apple products. They're not that bad. I got one over there holding up the door. It's the door jamb right now. Perfect weight and everything. Just teasing. They actually.
Romeo Servus just joined us. He's a food blogger. Romeo, you should follow Chef Dennis and Aslan Boer and who's the other chef?
You talking about Mike? Chef Mike?
Mike, yeah, Chef Mike.
Yeah, I'm going to actually see if we can do that over there at Chef. It's actually Mike MT2D or something like that. It's like a
Star Wars. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. I don't have it. I can't bring it up that way. I would say there was somebody up here that I was looking at. That Tony up there is you too. So you got two Tonys in here. That's what he's saying. He's got two Tonys in here. Awesome. That's why I said that's me. I thought he was referring to the part that says I like Apple products. But what he's saying, he's got two of him going in here now, which means that he's either got. Are you using two different browsers? Is that what you're doing? Tell us how you're doing that.
I am doing Blab on my phone.
We just discussed this yesterday. Just talked about it yesterday. Is that we need to start doing more of that individually as we're learning more and more about it. Is use it on our phone, especially if you're not going to be a host that day or something. Waiting for Roxanne to. Well, she's actually waiting on me to get that information to her to be a co-host. Hey, Paul, and Paul, I'm going to ask Paul. I'll direct this to him as well. Tony, I have not been able to add you to the community over on Google Plus.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I tried to get into Google Hangouts, and for some reason, it's not coming up.
Yeah, it's not going to let you. Google Hangouts, the way you're trying to do it, you're going to have to set up a profile, I think. That's the bottom line, is I think you're going to have to go and set up a profile. You can get into Google Hangouts without a Google profile or a Google call without a Google profile if you're invited to one. But I don't know of a way to be able to start one without a Google profile. Do you, Nina?
No. Actually, every time I tried a lot of experiments, not a lot, but at least 2 times. Recently, since the new year, I have not checked. It might have changed, though. So I'm not 100%. I'll take a note and check again, because you have to do with a person who is not. And actually, most of the people are already with an account, and they even have in Bulgaria. I start hearing advertisement on the radio about Google Plus, which is pretty nice. Yeah.
That is good.
So how would I go about doing that?
Setting up a profile. Yeah. When you go, he doesn't. Easy. When you go to Gmail, there is it usually asks you if you want to set up a Google profile, but if not, we're going to have to get into let me go do that right now. I'll go pull that up, and from a Gmail account that I have. And the same thing goes for Net Chat for Paul. I've invited you over there, but I hadn't seen you show up yet. I figured it's something about my breath or something. I wasn't sure. Maybe my hair wasn't just right. Oh, she's already changed that. So I'm going to do a different account. Did you set up a profile for that other Gmail account, Nina?
You
Yes.
mean Stanley? No, not yet.
Did you change the password?
No.
Well, by all means, let's not just tell everybody what it is here. But if you'll send it to me,
I just opened my notebook.
well, yes, the password to that account is so and so and so and so, and it's connected to your Bank of America card. So you're gonna need that stuff too.
Yeah.
While you're at it, you might as well clear out the Colony Bank account too. So, yeah, net chat. Hey, Bill. That's right. That's right. And here's the bad part. See, she just, to tell you how bad I am, she just sent me a password that I set up. If that tells you anything. So I'm going to go see if I can. Yeah.
Paper.
Yeah. The paper never crashes though.
Yeah. They say you can put everything on a cloud, all the passwords, because it's encrypted, and you can have a file for the passwords. And I think if you have like 10 or 20, it could be a good solution. Yeah, I guess.
This is actually National Cloud Day, or maybe it's tomorrow is like International Cloud Day, by the way.
That would be
Go
interesting.
to let me look. Let me find that. By the way, all right, when you go into Gmail, Tony, when you go to Gmail, you know those three little. Is that your profile?
I just signed into Google with my phone, and it asked me to sign in. So I see on the bottom it says communities. Is that what I want to go to?
I'm gonna have to send you I'm gonna send you an invitation. Hang on right there. And see, that protects, and you don't have to remember every password. I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, I will never use LastPass ever, never, ever, never again, ever, because they were hacked and they lost like about 5 million passwords were given out. So I don't use any of that stuff, like ever. And I don't care if I would rather. About 2 months ago, look it up. And they all said, well, yeah, but it actually wasn't a hack. Yeah, whatever. But the people that gave out the password said it was. Let's see. Yes Way. Let me go here and look. I need to go over here and do this. And go to the community.
Hi, the Jazz Lounge. I'm very happy that I can go out and have you here on my place with that nice Friday jazz.
What now?
I see this lady that you send me a link, and I visit with pleasure every Friday, the jazz show.
Oh, is she here, DJ? Cool. I can't see her because I've got this up in the screen. Tell me, I want to talk to her about the co-host too. Give me your, let me see. Yeah. Give me your, the email address.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yep. Let me go over there and get that. Yes.
DJ, welcome.
Yeah, DJ, what a show. I mean, that show that she does on the jazz show is just like, it's taken off pretty good too, from what I understand.
Well, there's a reason for it. Yeah. Her as a host and the talent she brings in, it's
really good.
Yeah.
If y'all aren't following her, you should. And then if she wants to post if she wants to put in there where the show is, that would be great too.
Every time I see her name, I think of the sax player that was on.
Yeah.
That guy was
super.
I apologize. I didn't realize that was as loud as it is.
Doesn't matter. What's new with you? This. Choose people to share with. See more. There it is, Tony. Select that. Done. And here's your invite. Here's your invite. And I'll send that to you, Tony.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do, who else here? I'm going to invite. Well, you're already invited, Paul. Let me make sure about who it's actually the invites to.
I think you invited Sherry before, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. I need to get her. Paul D. Yeah, it's the one for NetChat TV, and then Sherry. Let me see, DJ Sherry. I don't know if she has a. Do you have a DJ? You can come in, Sherry, if you want. Do you have a Gmail account? Last Pass Gas. That's funny. Okay, let me find that.
She said yes, she does.
Okay, well, when I put in, if you go to Google and you put last, and you search for Last Pass Hacked, okay, I'm just going to tell you what the results are. Last Pass Hacked, Last Pass Hacked CNN, and here's my favorite, Last Pass Hacked Again. I mean, there's a reason why that again word is in there. And let me pull up that. Change your master passwords on this particular column is on Lifehacker. So the name of the group is the Circadians. And I'm going to go over there now. If you go to Sherry, I want to talk to you about the co-host thing. What we got going on this year is what I want to do. I have a root canal in about an hour, so I won't be able to do it today. But I want to talk to you about what those plans are, because we've had a lot of people that are coming that you'll know who they are. That's going to come in and do some co-hosting stuff with us.
Morning, Diane.
I particularly like the way that they have set up the communities now, how hard it is to actually invite people. It's awesome.
The one thing I found with the new Google Plus, to me, it's a lot better on the phone, but to me, it's a pain on the computer. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay, that is supposedly done now.
Okay.
And if not, I'm gonna
close my tab.
If not, go here.
Try to open it.
That is actually the where you can go and you can request to join too. Thanks. So, do I make a video call or ask to join the group? You mean for the community? You would just for Circadians, you just you can make a request to join the group right there on there's a place to make the request, and then and we have a co-host program that we are working on that we have. Really, you're going to be there's some really fun people that aren't even on Blab yet that will be coming over and doing some co-hosting stuff with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tony's going to be a co-host. And so is Sean. I'm going to get back to that. If you want to come in the seat so we can meet you, that'd be great too. But I'll get back to those invites and get that stuff done when I get back from the dentist this morning or later this afternoon. I'm not looking forward to it, but it is the way that it is.
I want to ask a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you choose which program to join? Because I can do anything, and it's difficult for me to choose.
Okay, if I knew what you were talking about, can I buy a vowel, Anna?
Co-host, embed.
So that well, here's the way that works on the co-host thing. Okay, I'll explain that a little bit. What we've got a program that's a clinic, and you're going to need to be in Google Hangouts to do it, right? Because we're going to on the clinic, it's going to be one day of the clinic is how to host, and it's the exact thing that we do every day: how to host, how to use, how to host, how to embed, how to brand your blab. And then the last day is kind of a review like we do just kind of a casual Friday. We got tests and things like that I'm creating so that we know who, knows how to do what. But it's not just about blab, because those co-host programs.
So I thought there should be a test.
Yeah. There's I'm probably going to use Flubberoo for that. If you want to look that up, I think that's what it's called. But it's actually going to be how to co-host, in other arenas too. Facebook's got their live thing, and it's going to be a lot of fun, especially for those when you get into that part. It's like, well, how do I embed this into this? Because you're going to have to know. We're going to show you how to do that. We're going to show you how to embed that, and that's the reason why we use Google Hangouts. Now, we may wind up on Appear.in or Rabbit, which is another one of those sharing applications now. We may wind up on a lot of different platforms in order to get this stuff done so that people can see, how to do it. But the really fun part is that some of the people that all of us have known over the years and associated ourselves with, people with 500,000 followers and more, they're actually wanting to be a co-host on this, which means that you'll get to meet a lot of people with a lot of different influence, and you get to focus on what you like to focus on, and it'll be fun. There's you got a host and you got a co-host, and you have wranglers, and the wranglers are people. If you watch us, the wranglers are the one that keep we don't have any of that going on today. They're the ones that keep the links over on the right hand side. It's like we'll say something like, "Oh, you got the co-host program," and magically
a link appears. Am I grandfathered into that because I'm not good at taking tests?
You're great grandfathered into it. That means it can never be revoked. But anyway, somebody say something about the co-host, and magically that link down there will show up over there. Like, hey, here's where you sign up, and you start learning about that. But the real fun part about that for Sherry is going to be there's a fella that we're working with that's also in the radio industry that has that we know of that I met over on Google a couple of years ago, and we've been really good. We've been good friends. He does a lot of broadcast, does a lot of that kind of thing. And it'd be good for you two guys to get together and come up with something that's really, really well. If you're bored, why are you bored today?
And is it? I want to ask more, because is it graduate? Can you start from learn, then go to host? And did you make it like step by step?
They're going to go. What you're going to do is you're going to go how to use Blab. Like, for example, you're going to be able to choose and cycle around and be with other co-hosts, other people that are hosting. If you've passed the stuff on how to use Blab, then you can host that and you can co-host that. If you have passed the thing, if you've got how to host a Blab, then you can host a Blab. If you know how to embed, you can be on the embed thing. It's going to actually be kind of so graduation. Yes, we just want to make sure that when you get out there and you start doing those things, that you do know how to embed a Blab. And I can tell you something that I'm very proud of, and we as a team should be proud of, is that in the 156 days that we've been on here, and of the probably 20 shows or something like that we've done, we've never, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. We have never scheduled a show that didn't run ever.
Even when we had problems, they all went on and to the end. Yeah.
And it's specifically because of the way that we do it, specifically.
And I have hosted my own 3 conversations. I'm also very proud of that. I have embedded them on my Facebook only by being present.
Yes.
On
and
the
she had
Circadian clinics.
She had one, I had no idea what she said, but I smiled the whole way through because it was all in Bulgarian. So I didn't know what she was talking about, but
it sounded good, though, Stan.
It should be.
Yes, it was like all you can do is go, and a real. If she'd had a real good wrangler, they would have been putting those links up there because they'd have understood some of the things that she said. But Tony, tell us something. Are you ready to get started on that co-host deal?
I definitely want to attend some clinics before I do that.
Well, you have to attend them.
Well, I definitely want to get on the clinics before I even deal with that. Yeah. So I'm ready.
Your plans are to co-host and then start. You want to tell everybody a little bit about your health thing?
Well, sure. I'm a type 2 diabetic. Have diabetes for over 17 years. I am currently medication free for my diabetes, 69 days now. I've lost 50 plus pounds.
Wow.
I feel great. I'm using the ketogenic diet, and I used a product called Ketopia, which I used to actually kickstart the diet, and use it for 10 days. So the other 59 days, I use the ketogenic diet, and there are some fantastic, this is the product that I used. It's called Ketopia. And what it did for me, it allowed me to get past the side effects that you normally go through when you go from burning sugar to burning fat. And so I was able to use that. I was able to get past the ketogenic flu, the nausea, the withdrawals from sugar, all the things that you go through when you switch from burning sugar to burning fat. So I'm just in a good place. I'm moving toward good health. And so I do shows about good health and about losing weight and battling diabetes, because diabetes is actually reversible. And there isn't really so much a medication, because the things that we take, the insulin and the pills, and I was on 3 different medications. And so the things that we do, basically what they do is they treat the symptoms of diabetes, but they don't really fix diabetes. So one of the things that I was able to learn through this process is that your medicine is actually your food. The food that you eat can be your medicine. And so that's what I share. And there are some frightening numbers of the numbers of people who will actually have diabetes. We're looking at 500 million people by 2030 worldwide. And the pharmaceutical companies are just making money after money, so that's kind of what I do. I talk about that. And I'm also going to be sharing some, support for parents who have autistic children, because I'm a retired autism teacher. I worked with high school students on the low spectrum. And so that's kind of my story. That's just part of it. There's a lot, like everybody, I have a lot of layers to me. So.
Well, I'm going to get. I want to make sure you get a chance to say that. I'm going to get out for a minute and let Bill or Paul or anybody else who wants, Roxanne wants to pop in and say hello and talk for a minute. I need to go see it down there.
Well, Ron, I'm going to pop out too. I wanted to show. I was actually going to come back in on my phone so that I could let you guys see the actual Google page.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out on the computer
and come back in on the phone.
Try to come back in on the phone.
Okay.
Super. Thank you for telling us your story. Very impressive.
Oh, thank you, Nina, for letting me share in your celebration today. Appreciate you.
Oh, let me get. Sorry, Roxanne. I'm not paying attention here. You're a co-host. You could have just came in anyway.
Well, I wanted to talk to Tony.
And he's coming back in. Just hang on. He'll be back. Yeah, he's coming back in on his phone. So.
Okay.
So what are you up to today, Roxanne? Oh, here he comes. I'm going to let him back in.
Well, I'm now popping out.
Well, bye.
Okay, you're on your phone now, Tony, right?
Uh-oh.
We don't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Great video, but no voice.
Okay.
There you go.
Now we're hearing a humming sound.
Okay, and what about now?
Now we're fine.
We're good?
We're good now.
All right.
I already say teachers are great.
Well, thank you.
Because I cannot be one.
Yeah, Roxanne wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I have epilepsy, and I didn't know if you knew 30% of autistic kids can have epilepsy. Am I getting an echo?
You're getting a bad echo from somebody.
It might be me. Let me see. Let me try this. I'm going to mute you guys on the. Okay, and open you up on this. Okay, what about now?
Am I getting one? No.
No, it sounds okay.
Let me do this. Let me just.
Okay.
I'm going to end the blab for me.
No echo now. Yeah. I don't hear one now.
Yeah, it seems to be fine now, Tony.
Okay.
You're okay.
You're okay now.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
fine.
Can you hear us?
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you, and I didn't realize I had my phone all the way down, so I was trying to eliminate the echo, trying to spare y'all the echo.
No, we're fine now.
Yeah, good.
I thought I could turn my camera around, but it's not letting me turn the camera around on the phone.
Tap the screen.
No.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Well,
that was the key to get it to turn around, was to tap the screen. It should turn it around. But.
oh, Dan wanted to know, is that an apple? You said it was an apple?
Yes, this is 6 plus.
I'm going to let Paul come in. Yeah, still somebody did.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Paul.
I don't want to interrupt. You can continue.
Okay, it turned around now, Tony.
Yeah, turn it around. You're good. You got it.
Okay, so
Now you're on Google.
so let's do nope.
Paul, what are you up to?
This is Google. So
Not too much.
Go to Blab.
I'm trying to figure out why I didn't get the email from Stan.
I don't know. He'll try again. He'll get that to you after he gets back from the dentist today.
Yeah,
or
I didn't get
not today, tomorrow, depending on how his root canal goes.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I sent him another email from my other Gmail account, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
we send you
hit
on Google.
What, Roxanne? I'm sorry.
He needs the link so he can get on Blab because he's on Google. He can't find the Blab. Send him the link.
Oh, it's for this show?
Yeah.
It's right here on the top. If you click the embedded code, right?
Yeah. Or at the very top. Just click the link at the top and send it to him through Hangout.
Hold on. I'll send it.
Click on that, Tony. See if that works. Might not be able. That's the way he should.
No, he can do it while he's on here.
Yeah, he should be able to see it.
Well,
The comment stream.
so
I can see the members.
You see the link in the comment stream?
he doesn't have us on there.
Oh,
So what's his last name? Tony. What's your last name, Tony?
Tony Mobley.
Okay.
okay. He's Stan added both of Tony's users' names, so you should be able to find it somewhere.
I'm going to send you the
He's
link.
on there, so he can now comment.
I'm going to send you an invite.
Okay.
So now you can see me, maybe I guess, to okay that I can talk to you on Hangouts.
He's actually already in, Roxanne.
Oh, well, okay, good. Well, no, well, why is he? Well, okay, whatever. But I can't see it. Well, I can't send him the link because he has to. I don't have it.
Well, we're coming up on the end of the show at 45 minutes into our 30-minute show.
Yeah. Well,
So
anyway,
we are going to check out. Paul, you got anything you want to tell
Give me
us
one
before
second.
we go?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I had to kick you, Roxanne, and because I wanted to say this, and then I'm going to leave. Is that the reason that he can't? That's another reason why we're going to do the co-host thing, because you can get work through that stuff. Is that in order to be able to do that on Google Hangouts, you have to enable chats in your list over there in your settings. And until then, nobody can chat with you. And even when you enable it, they can't chat with you if you don't allow the world to chat with you. So there's some other stuff. That's one of the reasons why we are going the path that we are with the co-host program, so we can help you out and learn how to those things. He's got to enable chats. Now I'm getting out of here, and Roxanne, you can come right back in.
Too much.
all I was just saying was how great it is for him to work with autistic kids, because you have to know what they're able to do and whatnot, because they're just amazing to me. How some of them are just so smart, and you have to figure out what they can do and what they can't do. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Roxanne. It's very interesting. I had a classroom, and basically I had all males, and they were, roughly 5'10" and taller, and they didn't have language.
Oh,
they were extremely intelligent in the way that they were able to get whatever they wanted, and they could do it without language.
wow.
And so what we just say, they had language. Their language just wasn't verbal.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about language really quick? My wife babysits, and two of she's been babysitting for one since she was 9 weeks old, and the other one was premature since she's 4 weeks old. But there's a book out called Baby Sign Language.
Yeah.
And, she used that, and the one parent introduced her to it. And it is amazing how at a few months old, these little children can communicate with baby sign language. And, Tony, they find a way to communicate is right.
Yeah. I did that just because you could, but to my youngest daughter, but she's not autistic, and she's just hyperactive. But my voice,
you know what, folks?
My voice, because I have epilepsy every once in a while. Well, anyway, I was saying, I didn't know if you knew 30% of kids with autism can develop epilepsy. So I talked to other parents because they noticed that their kids have one, And I help them figure out, understand what to do. Because it's like, why? They have something else wrong. Why are they getting these? So I try to talk to them too. Because I know I've had autistic kids in my nursery at church. And so that's how I know how amazing some of them are. And and then reading about them, because I watched Ted Med a lot. And one of them was so young. He was like 12. He could teach chemistry, but he didn't know how to spell, things like that. But he could teach chemistry. Now, isn't that just something? Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to say thank you. All righty.
Yep. We're going to say goodbye to everybody. Catch us on Monday, 10 a.m., all week long. Monday, we start with how to use a blab. Tuesday, we do how to host a blab. Wednesday, we're doing how to embed a blab. And Thursday, we're doing how to brand your blab. And then on Friday, like today, we are going to have just a casual chilling out Friday. We call it Chillaxin. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.